to be mine. Faith has survived all of doubt, absolute. My heart has stood all of failure and loss. Helpless, I cannot further be carried on to this life, the power of love.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dana with the Data. What happens when one of R&B's most respected legends calls out one of Black culture's biggest celebrations? Well, Grammy-winning icon Stephanie Mills dropped an open letter that sent shockwaves through the Black community and social media. And it's about way more than just technical difficulties at the Essence Festival. Today, we're diving deep into Stephanie Mills' explosive criticism of the Essence Festival, her concerns about the misappropriation of foundational Black American culture, and what this means for the future of Black culture celebrations. First, let's set the stage. The Essence Festival of Black American culture has been a cornerstone of Black celebration since 1995. For nearly 3 decades, it's been marketed as the ultimate gathering for Black Americans, more specifically Black women, to celebrate their heritage, music, and community. But in the last year or so, there's been a growing tension within the Black American community about cultural identity and representation. Enter the FBA movement, Foundational Black American, which emphasizes the distinct culture and contributions of descendants of American slavery. FBA advocates argue that there's a difference between Black American culture rooted in centuries of American experience and broader African diaspora culture. We believe this distinction matters, especially when it comes to cultural events and representation. This context is crucial to understanding why Stephanie Mills' letter hit so hard. Stephanie Mills published an open letter that initially seemed to focus on operational issues at the Essence Festival. She cited severely lacking schedule and time management, technical difficulties with sound systems, and a chaotic backstage environment. But buried within her professional criticism was something much more deeper. Mills expressed disappointment what the Essence Festival has become, noting that it used to be a space where Black Americans could come together to celebrate their culture. That phrase, Black Americans, wasn't accidental. Mills was making a distinction, and the FBA community heard it loud and clear. The letter sparked immediate discussion about whether the festival had drifted from its original mission of centering Black American fellowship and artistry. Mills wasn't just complaining about sound problems. She was questioning the festival's cultural authenticity. Her comments reflected broader concerns about cultural appropriation and whether major Black culture events are maintaining their commitment to authenticate Black American culture.
Essence Fest. That lady got up there on that podium and she said, yes, motherland, Africa. It came from Africa. The blankly disrespect. I don't know about y'all, but Black Americans is tired of being the bottom of the totem pole. We give you culture, you take it, you run with it. You know what I do respect about BET though? BET says Black excellence. It always do in their commercials, Black excellence. And I always wondered, like, why do they just say Black excellence? And now I understand why, because you can't intertwine the two. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never woke up and said, let me play some African music. I've listened to people from Africa who have beats and they sing as if they're Americans. You don't need no other body. But I'm not waking up just listening to no African music. The problem is everybody from every other continent literally comes to America and disrespects us. And you even got some Africans on here saying that they were taught to come over here to disrespect us. Like as if we're bugs or something. I believe that. Everybody talking about they returning home to Africa, but this is your home. Even the ancestors fought to stay here because they were never from Africa. Like, who have jollof rice and they want to have a standoff? Like, who can cook this rice better than you? Like, who does that? I never ate that and don't want to. It's just like the Chinese, how y'all go to these Vietnam nail shops and they cuss you out. Africans do the same thing. People from other countries, black people, do the same thing. And the crazy part is they don't even claim black until it's time to benefit from it. Civil rights. I just say forget the whole thing, because even though the man from the Essence Fest, you know, the CEO, he is literally from Liberia. So of course he was going to turn it into his culture for his people. But everything we have for us, everybody always takes it. Fucking sad shame. So anyway, it ended up empty. Not many of us was there. And when I think about it, without us, they don't have no energy. Stop giving all these energy. We are the culture. We are the divine. We are the energy. Something they don't have. They don't even know how to set up. Just take. You got people from the Caribbeans, no disrespect, trying to say that reparations belong to them. But okay, do it in your country. Why you got to take it from ours? The British colonies, they the ones that did this shit. We're not a part of France. If no one can respect us in our country, stay out of their restaurants, stay out of their braiding shops, stay out of their nail shops. The end. See how life can be so simple? Stay out of everybody establishments until they start respecting us. Don't matter what race, color, or creed you are. Amen. Amen.
When an icon like Stephanie Mills, someone who helped define Black American music, speaks out, it carries weight. She's not just any performer. She's a guardian of Black American musical heritage. Mills has been performing for over 5 decades. She's seen the evolution of Black American culture firsthand, which makes her criticism particularly significant. On social media, the FBA community rallied around Mills' comments, seeing them as validation for our concerns about cultural appropriation in Black spaces. Many shared their own experiences of feeling disconnected from recent Essence Festival. Essence Festival organizers have largely focused on addressing the operational issues Mill raised, but the deeper cultural question remains largely unaddressed. What's undeniably is that Mill's letter has forced a conversation about authenticity, representation, and the future of Black culture celebration. Mill's criticism raises fundamental questions that extend far beyond one festival. In an era where cultural identity is increasingly complex, how do we balance inclusivity with authenticity? This isn't just about Essence. Similar conversations are happening around other major cultural events, from award shows to music festivals. The question is, who gets to define and represent Black American culture? The FBA movement represents a growing desire among some Black Americans to reclaim and protect our specific cultural heritage. Whether you agree with their approach or not, our concerns about culture dilution deserve serious consideration. When artists like Stephanie Mills speak out, they're not just complaining. They're trying to preserve something they see as precious and under threat. Stephanie Mills' open letter about Essence Festival has opened a Pandora's box of questions about Black cultural identity, authenticity, and representation. Whether you see her criticism as necessary truth-telling or divisive gatekeeping, one thing is clear: this conversation isn't going away. As we move forward, the challenge will be finding ways to honor and protect foundational Black American culture while remaining inclusive and forward thinking. It's a delicate balance to a certain degree, but one that's essential for the health of our community. So, what do you think? Was Stephanie Mills right to call out Essence Festival? I think so. And I commend her for doing that. How do we balance cultural authenticity with inclusivity? We're not going to answer that right now in this video, but the focus needs to be staying true to our foundational Black American culture and not letting that get diluted. I don't care what color or what background somebody else comes from. Our culture needs to be preserved. So let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that matter to our community. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Dana with the data. Dana with the data.